Hello, I'm Ryan Kennedy. This video today is for those of you who have a little bit of fear around the greens, especially off some tight lies. You get a little bit of the chip yips. Anytime you got to try to hit a high soft one off a tough lie, off a tight lie, it is more difficult. So I want to go through what happens with the chip yips, what causes it, what I believe to be the real stem, and then we'll talk about what you should do. So what you will hear from anybody who has the chip yips is that their hands are flinching. And to them, this is the real cause for their problems. Now, I'm going to tell you that I think that hand flinch is actually the result of something else happening. I think that's the real cause for the chip yips is what's going on with your torso and your legs. If they get out of position, your hands are forced to react to that position, and they're forced to make some unnatural motions. Let me show you what I'm talking about. If we start out standing nice and tall, and then in our downswing, we go down with the ball. This could come in knee flex, torso coming down, maybe you see head coming down, whatever. All of a sudden, you run out of space. So to dress, I've got X amount of space in between my sternum and the ball. Downswing. Now what's going to happen? How am I going to get the club on the ball? Well, this is where you feel the flinch. All of a sudden you have no space, and so if you brought your arms down, you would hit way behind the ball. So you go, yeah, there's your flinch. You had to react to that loss of space by doing some funky stuff with arms, hands. So I really want you to try to feel as tall as you can. And if you look at some of the guys on tour, you will actually see head moving up. Ah, yes. It's good to move your head up. I know you all hear keep your head down, but that's got to be one of the worst statements ever. In pitching, let your head move up. You know what? Even the hands actually move up when you're hitting nice high soft pitch shots. There is no down in high soft pitch shots. Everything is up, up, up. One of my favorite shots I ever saw on tour was the US Open that Mickelson lost on the last hole, and Jeff Ogilvy just moments before had to hit this incredible pitch shot that really was the pitch shot that won the US Open. And you could find this link, I'll get it for you, where you can see he's practicing, he's making his planting swings, standing up nice and tall, and then he gets in and hits the shot, and very clearly in the video you can see his upper body, torso, head moving upward to allow him to release the club, shallow it out, use the bounce, and he hits this thing up there to a couple feet, wins the US Open. Who wouldn't like to do that? So let's talk about why. What's happening when you move up, when the handle moves upward? It changes how the club comes into the ground and the ball. So if you're moving down, you're going to get this downward motion. You're going to be using the leading edge of the golf club, and it's going to stab the turf. Chunks, skulls, so have you. When you get the handle moving up, all of a sudden the club comes in at a totally different angle. It's coming in more shallow. You're using the bounce, the trailing edge instead of the leading edge. Now you can actually totally mishit it and the ball will still fly fine. But it absolutely comes from not handle, body, knees, head down, up. That allows the shaft to, I'll say, stand up from the view you're looking at. That allows me to use the bounce. That allows me to hit nice high shot, soft pitch shots. And there is no flinch required because you have tons of space. So head out there. Let's hit a few pitch shots here for you. And we'll work on that motion, nice and high. There's one from that angle. Let me give you another from face-on angle as well. Notice there is no divot. The club is coming in super shallow with these things. Let's take a slow-mo look at what's happening. First, let's watch head motion as we're coming into impact. Very clearly moving upward, even on through to the finish position. Absolutely vertical motion going on with the entire body. Now let's look again back here. Left hand, the hand motion in general. Notice my left hand knuckles are basically right on the yellow line. And so as they travel toward the ball, here they're kind of moving in a flat horizontal motion. And then certainly these next few frames, absolutely working upward, helping the club to release. And you can see trajectory of the golf ball, nice, high, soft pitch shot. So, to review, shaft leaning forward, head down, knees down, couldn't be worse for your high soft pitch game. That will lead you into the yips, which is a reaction of the arms and hands to that motion. Please stand tall. Let your hands raise up, let the shaft stand up and use that bounce. You'll get rid of those chip yips in no time. Thanks so much for watching this video. Let me know if you have any requests.